recorded the whole video and completely screwed it up and there was no audio. So I'm going to try to make sure this one works. My mic is working. Is it even working? I don't even know if it's working. Doesn't look like it is. Hello? 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 Honestly, I have no idea if there's any sound going on here whatsoever. Crap. I have an audio bitrate. Alright, I think it's working. Sorry. Hello and welcome to the Flipping and Wholesaling Houses in New York show. I am Michael Pinter, where I teach you how to start flipping or wholesaling houses in New York, or if you are already doing it, how to grow your business. I pray that this thing works. If I know somebody's watching, if you can't hear me, please give me a comment and let me know that you can't hear me. Okay, question was, how many houses do first-time home buyers look at? So first of all, easy answer. I'll tell you why it's not such an easy answer, but if you go to the National Association of Realtors, they will tell you that an average first-time homebuyer will look at 9 houses, with some portion of that being online, and in person, I think the average is 4 to 5 houses to actually see. Now, a couple things. That is over a long period of time, right? National Association of Realtors, not great with the data, but it probably we have 10 years worth of data there, and it's all aggregated all over the United States of America. So your area could be very different, right? As I'm posting this on January of 2022, I think the audio is working, so that's good. It's probably going to take most first-time homebuyers a lot longer, a lot more houses to see than that, because it's a super hot market. It's a seller's market. A lot of these first-time homebuyers are dilly-dallying and not coming out with their best offer right away, and they're losing the house to other people. I see that all the time. Most houses I've been listing, if not all of them, almost all of them, have gone above asking. So we're in a crazy market right now, right, due to the COVID pandemic, which has caused government intervention by putting a moratorium on all evictions and all foreclosures for almost 2 years. I mean, New York, the moratorium is still going on. It's supposed to set to expire January 15th. I pray it will, but it may not. It may get extended, and that has caused a artificial lack of supply. Right, a lot of houses where people said, "I can't afford it, I'm going to sell it," or I can't afford the rent, I'm going to get out. Those houses would have traded. People would have bought them. Have not over the last almost 2 years because of this artificial lack of supply. Now, because of that, it's a crazy seller's market. Now, that's going to take time to get out of the system. So in New York, it takes a long time to evict people. So even when the moratorium ends, it's going to take a long time to get people out of the system. I have a lot of people to evict, a lot. I'm waiting for this moratorium then to evict them, and I plan to evict them, but it's going to take time. And hopefully at some point, there will be some equilibrium. Now, while that's happening, there could be another event that screws up the market, right? We've been in an up market really since 2008, 9. It's a long time. We're due for a turn. So there could be a lot of things that happen. Who the hell knows what could happen? Some new scariant, or as you might call it, a variant. Who knows what will happen? But the point is, and you can look at this question from a lot of different ways. Are you selling a house? Are you buying a house? If you're a first-time home buyer, it's a tough time to find a house. If you're selling a house, the way you have to look at it, and this I was pretty good at. I'm pretty bad with a lot of things. It took me years to learn it. I was pretty good with the fact of realizing I only need to find one buyer when I'm selling a house. So you really want, you want at an open house, you want a line around the corner with 100 people, and you want 30 offers, but above asking the first day. But the truth is, even if you show it to one person and he comes in and makes you an offer and you sell it to him, it's really the same result, right? I mean, if you get your price. So the idea that, how many houses they look at, it really doesn't matter, and it's going to be different in every other place. So another thing I would talk about is if you're selling your house, I think it's really important and this is counterintuitive, and a lot of people will think I'm crazy, but you want to price your house lower than you really want to sell it at. You want more people to come, and you want more activity, and you want more offers. The thinking is really from the uneducated people that, hey, if I want to sell my house at $550, I better price it at $600 so I leave some room for negotiation. The truth is, you probably would better off pricing at $499, and you'll get more people looking. So why is that? So today, almost everybody looking for a house starts their search, either their own search or if they have a representative who's searching, online. And they have a budget, right? So let's say they have a budget and say, I want to spend $500,000 on a house. They're going to search up to $500,000. If your house is priced at $501, they're never going to see your house. Now, some people will adjust that a little higher because they're going to do it, but most people won't. So what happens is, and I've seen this happen dozens, if not 100 times, is that somebody will come and they'll go, listen, I have a pre-approval for $500,000. I have a pre-approval to buy something for I have a pre-approval for $400,000. I have $100,000 put down, for example. I don't want to spend more than $500,000. And then they come and they fall in love with your house, right? It could be a perfect location. It could be something. It could be crazy things that just they like the work you did. They like some of the things you've done. They like where it is. They like the layout, whatever the hell it is. And then they'll go above, right? They'll pay more. So you want to get as many eyeballs on the property as possible. You want to get as many people into it, and you want to get as many offers as possible. Ideally, that really should be your goal. It's very hard when I list properties to explain to people that you want to price it lower. They always assume that's a mistake, and you can't. If you're a realtor and you push somebody to lower the price, and then they get that price, they're always going to blame you for not getting their price. So, I mean, I'll price it wherever somebody wants if it's within reason, but it's important to understand that pricing low is a strategy that almost always works. It almost always works, right? The market is going to dictate what the property's worth, right? If there are similar homes going for less, even if you think your house is great, you may not command it. And if there are a lot of homes going for more, people are going to come to your house. So what I've noticed really over the last 10 years is that the difference between what a buyer will pay for, let's say, a 5 or a 6 out of 10 house, so just an okay house, let's say old, original stuff, but everything works, and what a buyer will pay for like a 9 or a 10 out of 10, that has narrowed, right? And affordability, pricing your house low, is probably a bigger selling point than, redoing everything. Now, obviously, there are people who only want the house all done, for sure. There's a segment of the market that if your house isn't perfect, they are not going to look at it. And what I'm saying really doesn't apply, let's say, in the high-end market, $1.5 million, $2 million, $3 million. A lot of those people, obviously, for the money they're spending, they want a house where everything's done. But in the lower end of the market, so for the lower end of the market for me is, let's say, an ARV, an after repaired value of between $450,000 and $650,000 in that area, there are a lot of people who have been priced out of the market for a long time. They're looking to spend X, and they'll buy X if they can get it. Even if X isn't great, they'll look at it and say, let's get the house. We're getting super great rates on our loan. We'll do the work over time. There's more of those people than there are people who go, I need everything to be perfect. Now, it screws with your head a little when you show a house and people complain, oh, the workmanship here is crap, all the kinds of crap you're going to get. It doesn't matter. Again, you only need one person to buy the house. So it's important to understand affordability is a bigger selling point than, quartz countertops. We think we're going to do that as house owners. My house is going to be perfect. I really thought that for the first 4 years I was in the business. I wanted to be Tarek El Moussa from Flip or Flop. I wanted everything open concept. I wanted everything so beautiful. I stupidly thought that, my house is going to be so nice. No one can say no to it. Guess what? People will always say no to your house for things that may have nothing to do with what you did. First of all, they may not like the work you did, even though you love it, but they may not like the location. They may not like the layout. They may not like a million things about it, things that you never even thought about. So having a house that is not at the top of the market, let's say 5% or 10% less, to me is an easier path to sell it than having the perfect house. Now, of course, there are people who want the perfect house, and I for 4 years I sold what I thought was the perfect house. But having a less expensive house, especially in today's market, is, in my mind, a better way to sell it. Now, obviously, you have to be able to make money at that. So if you're pricing your buy when you buy it and your work, well, you have to sell at the top of the market. In my mind, you're in a much more difficult position than if you price it 5 or 10% below that. That is how I've seen things go. But again, that's just my experience. It's going to be different. But again, the answer to this question was pretty much, they're going to look at around 9 houses, with some portion of that being online. So they may be averages like 4 to 6 houses they're actually going to go see. Again, that's an average over a lot of period of time in a huge country, the entire country. So I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in all the ways I can help you, go to howtoflipnewyork.com. If you are interested in my course that teaches how to do what I do, go to howtoflipnewyorkcourse.com. If you are interested in finding out more about one-on-one coaching I offer, go to coaching.howtoflipnewyork.com. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on any channel, please click the thumbs up. The likes really help me. And I post 5 times a week. I don't always know what to say, so please keep the comments coming. It gives me topics to talk about. You can ask any question. It doesn't even have to be about the video you're watching. I reply. If it's an easy answer, I'll just reply with an answer. If it's something I've handled before, I've covered before, I'll send you links to the videos. And if something new, I'll do a new video on it. So thank you very, very much for watching.